Hello everyone, welcome! It's time for Baldur's Gate 3 Early Access again. Today it's a subclass guide, fighter subclass guide, so let's do it. Right now on Early Access we have two options for subclasses for fighters, Battle Master and Eldritch Knight. Let's see what they do. Battle Masters are paragons of tactical superiority, combining combat maneuvers and experience in the field to dominate every fight. Eldritch Knights study match to supplement their weaponry, allowing them to overcome resistance from the toughest foes. Nice. So let's go through what do we gain, because some classes they really depend on their subclasses and fighter is one of them. And right now the selection that we have is very limited, only with two. We have plenty more on the player's handbook alone, and there are more books with more subclasses, but these two here are two of the most popular subclasses for fighters. I think with Rune Knight and Champion, although people seldom use champions for like lots of fighter levels, usually they take the champion subclass just when they want to just deep on fighter to have the nice critical range. But let's talk about these ones here. So Battle Master is a very good one, and actually they're such great archers. I might do a Battle Master archer when I do the fighter video. But let's have a look on the maneuvers. So what do they gain? They gain 4 superiority dices. You have 4 of these dices which are d8s and they increase. If you keep going on fighters, on Battle Master you're going to have d10s and then d12s, so they start as d8s. Your Battle Master maneuvers are fueled by these dice, and the die is expanded when you use it. You regain all of your expanded superiority dice when you finish a short or long rest. So basically you have 4 maneuvers that you can use every short rest. That's what you need to understand here. You wake up, you have 4 maneuvers, you do a short rest, you have 4 more, and you should do your best to use all your maneuvers before you take a short rest. So let's see. Maneuvers. We have 6 to choose from, we can only choose 3 at the beginning of the game. Menacing attack. Oh yeah, every time, look at the phrase here. Spend the superiority die to make an attack that deals an additional 1d8 damage and possibly frightens the target. When they say and possibly do something with the target, that means that the target will try and make a saving throw against your maneuver. And it is the same as if you were casting a spell, but usually a wizard, let's say a wizard. They cast a spell on someone, someone have to make a saving throw. The difficult class to pass this spell would be 8 plus the wizard's proficiency plus the wizard's intelligence modifier. And for the cleric it would be the same, but you swap intelligence modifier for wisdom modifier, and so on. Here in the case of the fighter, the DC will be based on your either dexterity or strength, whatever is bigger. So yeah, that's nice. So okay, so and what happens if they fail? Well, first they always take the damage. Succeeding or failing saving throw, you have taken 1d8 extra damage. And if you're higher level and your dice 1d10, they take 1d10 and so on. And what happens when they get frightened? They can't move closer to you willingly, and they have disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks if you are within sight. It's a good condition to give someone, but everyone dead, I think most undead are immune. Not most, all undead I think are immune, and several creatures will be immune, but still a good condition. Pushing attack. You spend your die to make an attack that deals an additional 1d8 damage, the die damage, and possibly push the target back 4.5 meters, 3 squares. That's increased, I think, from the game, because every push here is increased. I think that's because Shove is a bonus action here, and not on the tabletop. Rally. You spend the die to bolster the resolve of a friendly creature. It gains additional 8 hit points, and see how the hit points are in blue. That means it's temporary hit points. It is kind of a shield hit point. They will, if someone has this temporary hit point, they take damage, they will first lose them and then they will lose their own hit points. This is a bonus action to use. Does not say here, but that's a bonus action to use. But it's kind of on the weak side. But we are going to show in combat how they all behave. So yeah, let's do that now. Let's start with these 3. Alright everyone, so we are in Goblin Village now. We're going to try and showcase the Battle Master maneuvers. So that's a very nice point. This Goblin Booyah just here doing its thing, you know, like trying to listen for enemies, but we lie to them, they think we're allies. So we're going to start with the pushing attack. Usually, if you want to push someone, you need to use the shove maneuver, and you push depending on your strength. So if I was going to shove my guy here, you can push it here. But if I was going to do the pushing attack, then you can kind of see how much you'd push. You seem to be pushing much more, at least I think so. Does not show exactly well. But the nice thing is, you're doing an attack that's doing 1d8 extra damage and also doing an effect if the target fails saving throw. That's why it's sweet. Look, pushing attack melee. I'm using a dagger, otherwise I would just kill this guy straight away. He passed the saving throw, but that's alright. I mean, actually, I think we missed the. Yes, we missed the Goblin Booyang. That's alright. That's doing nothing. Okay, now we are enemies of the goblins. They're doing their thing. Slowly doing their thing. Okay, let's try and demonstrate again. First, the rally. The rally is a bonus action. As you can see, bonus action. Let's use rally on Astarion. We used. Now, if you go to Astarion, you see here on the bottom left on his portrait a knight. The heart with an 8, that means they have 8 temporary hit points. So if he takes damage, he will first get threats from this bull and then from his life. Now, and you can see here on the fighter, since we hit the attack, we didn't expand the first pushing attack we tried. So here, like, we still have 3 dice because we spent 1 for the rally. Now let's try again the pushing attack here. I have 75% chance to hit. It hit, and he died. Yep, so it's damage, and he dies. It's a lot of damage actually. You're adding 1d8 plus in your damage and still pushing people. Now let's action surge and use a menacing attack, and this he will die. 7 health, will just die. This will be 1d4 plus 1d8. So the point of the menacing attack, there's a Goblin Booyang here, so this one might survive. But I won't be able to get in there. Oh yeah, we can use the bow. So the point of the menace attack might die, but let's see. Let's see. Don't die. Frightened, yes. Fine, great. We did the menace attack here. You can see the damage. 1d8. A lot of stuff happening here, but you can see the damage. 1d6. That's for the short bow, plus 1 the extra modifier from Lazel, plus 1d8 from the die. And the guy failed his saving throw, and you can see here, frightened. So he has the eventual ability checks and attack rolls. That is great. Even you can use the maneuvers with either melee or range, does not matter. So yeah, it's pretty strong subclass. Now I don't have any more. Looks like I have 8, I know that shows like that, but that's when we don't have any more. Let's try and use this Disarming Strike. That's good. Disarming attack. So both failed her saving throw and the weapon is on the ground. We are free now to even take the weapon. Look. We now have Butchir's weapon here. The heavy spiked club. Very nice. It's a very good weapon actually. We might just use it. Now we're going to try and do a tripping attack. So let's action search to get a action. So, trip attack, melee range with Lazel. Succeeded her saving throw. That's why she didn't fall. But that's alright, because now we're going to turn on passive with Toggle the Repulsed. So, if someone attacks us and if someone will attack us and they miss their attack, then we can riposte, we can counter attack. So, let's see how that goes. The clock is coming. He couldn't pass, so let's make sure to heal Lae'zel, so she'll survive in case of damage. Right. Alright, let's see it. What she's attacking. She missed and we counter-attack. That was a repulse maneuver. Now we're going to demonstrate the trip attack. We can do either in ranged or melee. Most, if not all, maneuvers can be done in range or melee. But let's do in melee. Let's try and trip Shadowheart. Alright, she succeeds the saving throw, so she wasn't tripped. But that's alright. She's just going to heal herself. Thank you, Shadowheart, for being such a nice target. Now let's try and trip Shadowheart again. Protect. No, not disarming. Want to trip her. And she fell. She failed the saving throw and she fell. Prone. And now she's going to have to spend her action to stand up. So that was the tripping attack. Fighter level 3, you can choose to be an Eldritch Knight. So let's see what does an Eldritch Knight get. We get to choose 2 cantrips from the Wizard's cantrip list, so that's pretty good list here. I would say for a fighter, you don't want anything that makes so you need to hit people usually, because your intelligence, even as an Eldritch Knight, won't be as high. So let's say if we take a firebolt, here says firebolt. And look here, the problem is that you're going to use your intelligence to hit people. And your intelligence will be usually lower than your strength or dexterity. You're not going to be hitting a lot. So you want buffs or circumstantial stuff. Acid Splash, same thing. That's not, you are not hitting, but people are making saving throws, and whenever they make saving throws against you, and if you're doing magic as an Eldritch Knight, your intelligence will be the ability score to increase their difficulty class. So we don't want that. A Blade Ward is very nice because last 2 turns you use your action, and now you have resistance against attacks. So you can do that before entering combat. That's pretty good. Let's call it pseudo rage, shall we? So you use entering combat, and you have two actions, 2 turns of like taking half damage. Well, pretty good. 2 thirds attack, so we ignore Dancing Light. So if you're a race that needs light, Dancing Light is an option. And Friends, another one. You can use that if you want, because you just gain advantage on charisma checks. Yes, there is the creature might know afterwards, but well, you might not care, and that's a good cantrip to have. Light, another option if you need light, and it's more useful than Dancing Light to just light stuff up, but Dancing Light can be used like from afar to illuminate things like they're still in front of you. So yeah. And you can keep moving it every round. Mage Hand, another very nice cantrip. You can manipulate stuff from afar, so that's good to have. Minor Illusion, that's also nice. You can use that so you can make some of the enemies move to a place, then you can sneak by or ambush the others. So pretty useful. Another attack. So I don't recommend you getting any attack, because as I've told you, your intelligence won't be high enough to benefit for it. Same with that, and same with Shocking Grasp. And True Strike. Although I'll make an exception for Shocking Grasp. Yes, it's still an attack, it's still using your intelligence to hit. But this one, you have advantage when using spell on creatures wearing metal armors. So if you're attacking someone with metal armor, even though you have a low intelligence, you're probably going to hit, just because that advantage is very nice. And if you hit them, you will take out their reactions for a turn, so you can do that and run. Let's say you need to do that for a reason. So that's the exception here, but still I wouldn't take it. And True Strike, also a nice buff, is also concentration, and Blade Ward is not concentration, even better. So it's a nice buff you can use before going combat, and you have advantage on the attack. So I would take Blade Ward for sure, I think that's the champion here. And then I would choose one from either Light, Friends, Mage Hand, Minor Illusion, or even True Strike. I think I like Magifiank here, Lae'zel, so she also already has the Mage Hand, so Mage Hand would be not useful, but I really like the idea of friends, if I'm doing social with my warrior. Not, I think I'll have to strike and blade ward. So if for a reason I can't attack, I will, let's say, moving and they can't attack. I don't need the dash to get to a place. I'm just using my round to cast either blade ward or true strike on myself. Now we get to choose spells. We have to choose 2 spells, which is nice. That also the wizard's list, but they are abjuration and evocation spells. I would say don't go for damage and go for useful stuff. Yes, Thunder Wave, it is damage, I know. I would take Protection from Evil. Because what do I have here? Damage, in area damage. Damage, you throw a thing at someone. Magic Missile, that's a good damage spell, because this one, there is no saving throw, you don't have to hit. So your intelligence is not in factor here. Mage armor is useless, so you're a fighter, you can wear plenty good armor. That's bad. I mean, you can do that and spend all your actions doing that if you want, but I don't think that's worth it. And Thunder Wave, it is damage, but you push people, so you might go for Thunder Wave just because of area push. But I would take probably Protection of Even Good and Magic Missile to finish off a bugger that didn't die. And now here we can take one spell that is free, because at Eldritch Knight you need to focus on evocation and abjuration, and you have some free spells from other schools now and then. So there are plenty of good things that do not require again intelligence. So this guy itself is one, very good. Expedition Retreat is very good. Use until long rest, you can dash as a bonus action. That's fucking amazing for a fighter. It is a concentration, so you might lose it when you take damage, but you're a fighter, so you have a high constitution and you have constitution saving throw. So that is amazing. False Life, I don't think this works. Getting temporary points. Featherfall is nice. You can use in this stand, so that's nice to have. If you don't have any wizard on your group, if you have, let them have it. Better. Fire Familiar, yeah, you could have a Familiar if you want to. That's nice. Foul Cloud, I don't think it's worth it to blind people. You can get it if you want. It does not have intelligence, but I don't know. Have your wizard. I think it's better for you to get buffs, so you can benefit from your spells lost to yourself. Grease, same stuff. Let the wizard do it. Tasha, let the wizard do it. Jump, pretty amazing if you're not a Githyank. The Githyank does have the jump once per day, so I wouldn't take jump. But long stride, it is also amazing for a fighter. I actually don't know if Expedition Retreat or long stride is better. I mean, this one gives you more speed overall, but you're spending your bonus action. It is concentration. This one, not concentration, you just move faster. Just amazing spell for Eldritch Knight. Mage armor will have better armor. Ray of Sickness depends on saving throw, so you don't want it. Sleep, yes, there is no saving throw here, but we are level 3 now. 24 hit points, not as much on level 3. I wouldn't get sleep now. Thunder Wave, if you want to get with your other slots, because it's an evocation spell. So I think the longest strider is pretty good. Move more. But yeah, so that's pretty solid, as you can see. That was it, guys. Fighter subclasses. If you like this video, please like the video and leave a comment, because if you want, we can make more of these videos with other classes. What class do you want to see? See ya.